Umkhize ongenamkhawulo, umkhize ubanda, umkhize omhlophe, umkhize omnyama, umkhize ovunuleka. Sithembe abantu baphephile njengoba likhiza nje. Sithembe ukuthi abantu baphephile. Kube sekuyinqaba-ke nje uma abantu bala ekhaya bengaphephanga kulezi zimo ngoba sihlezi sisho Nkosi yami ukuthi abantu abay'phathe kahle bo, bay'qhoke. Iy'khathi ezimbi lezi. Inkulu incithakalo ekhona emhlabeni. Kusazoba kuningi nje okusazokwenzeka. Angazi noma senike namlocate-a no-president wenu bakithi. Nimgcine nini? Uphi usilili? Uphi? What happened? Hmm? I've been asking ukuthi uphi usilili for months. Ngoba silokhu samgcina nje ebhiyozela indaba yama-Springbok. Emva kwalokho hhayi. Akufani naye ukuthi athole isigazethi angaka. NangoKhisimusi azange simuzwe esho lutho emva kwalo. NangoNew Year akasho lutho uthule nje. Kusazi u-January 8. Asazi. But-ke sesiyezwa ngandlebenye ukuthi hhayi angathi uke waginqika phansi somewhere somehow. Usesibhedlela. No surprises there. Asikho surprised. Kodwa akubi kakhulu. Akuhambi kahle. Akuhambi ngoba naku engakubona ngaye lamasonto amabili adlule hhayi. Angithandi ukukukhuluma la but hhayi akuhambi kahle. It's not make sure for the country. But I guess it's high time. It's high time mhlampe something drastic happened. Asithembe ukuthi-ke kodwa ngeke kube njalo futhi noma kunjalo akuzuchitheka igazi. Let's be hopeful. But it's not make sure that one. Nginibingelele bakithi. Ngiyabona la kuma-comments niyabulisa. Siyabonga. Ngithi angizonotha futhi. Ngeke kuthiwe inkosi kufanele ibothe abantu bayo. Angazi ngoba ngathi anibasiwe nje animlilo nje niyayibandela nje ukubuka kwami. Yeah, mkhulu kuzalanyelela. Lo nyaka ngathi uzoba lukhuni kakhulu. So there's a few things engingayisuggesta ikakhulukazi nina eniphangelayo and have sustainable sources of income. Resources. You people with resources, what I can suggest for you kulo nyaka is that try and save as much as you can. Imali. And try and stockpile non-perishable goods. Not too much. As a matter of precaution. Just stockpile non-perishable goods, your tin stuff and whatnot. Just, stockpile if you can. Namaboom. Because sometimes we can see these things coming from far, but we are hoping because hey, I think it's a lot going on, and I don't think abantu bazokwazi survive, especially South Africans. Basixakekile naye abantu benkosi Nkosi yami. Mase kuzokwenzeka ikhu, hey, kuzoba lukhuni. But just in case there's a coup, stockpile and But I don't think it's going to be a long-term thing. That's why I get to just be precautionary. It's not going to be a long-term thing in South Africa. Abantu base South Africa angifuni ukuthi uthi-ke bayamagwala isikhathi esiningi, but I don't think it's in them ukulwa anymore. Abelungu basishayisisa impela, basishaya basikhipha i-fight. We don't have a fight. The spirit of fighting is gone. Yahamba namaveni ayelo nelokhuzana nemvubu ababeyisebenzisa la nebhuzu. Ibhuzu lomsadafu la kade yonke khipha nya. So we are not going to be fighting anyone. We don't like fighting. We are a democratic country. But just in case, stockpile. So that's one. Try to stockpile some water. Also, lento le yokuba nama resources. You guys have resources. Free business tip. Get into that space of ukudayisa amanzi. You know, those water filtering businesses. Get into that space because equality amanzi in South Africa, it's not really good. And it's deteriorating. If behluleka deliver amanzi, imagine what is happening at those treatment plants. Should be obvious. All your municipalities are struggling with water delivery. So just get in the business. Look, there's amanzi. Vele, some people have said, going forward, a commodity enkulu that's going to be the most lucrative is going to be water. And there's going to be wars fought over it. Angazi. Amanzi agcwele emhlabeni is just a matter of we are unable to keep up with the thing of treating water. Nakhona kwenziwa ngamabomu. Ama-comrades enza ngamabomu because the infrastructure ayifice khona. They didn't have to invent anything. They just had to maintain, but they're failing everywhere. So get into that business, yokuthenga ama-filter and all those things and sell to the people. There's a couple of franchises that are operating. Kono Oasis, Kono something water, and then Kono entsha nje kusanda uyibona ikusini. I think it's one of the cheapest ones that you can get, and they give you a training how to run their things there. So vula nama-kiosk amanzi, especially lapha emalokishini. Nivuye ama-kiosk amanzi lapha and sell to our people. And besides, we are seeing more and more of our people getting more health conscious. So vele amanzi sebenomkhuba wokwathenga kakhulu or ma-akhwele laba nobani bani. So if you guys have resources, open those kiosks. Abantu basemkhizwaneni will probably have a meeting sometime during the week. I think we also need to see if we can't start making that kind of, I think it would be a very good business to start with. Ukubona ukuthi siyawazi ukuthi sibambisane with something tangible and practical. Yeah, but it's fine. It's a discussion. We'll have a Teams meeting, I think, by Thursday. Should be by Thursday. So that's two. Sell water to the people. They will buy it. Sell it to them. Ngaze kufika abelungu. Most importantly, ngaze kufika abelungu nabantu emalokishini bezowa set up lama kiosk. Let's get a head start there. Kuze kufika ama-Pakistan azodayisela amanzi. So let's maybe free game. Head start. Let's sell water to our people. Purify water and all those things. Yeah. 3 things that you need to do in 2024. If you have resources, go to the shooting range. Go to the shooting range, learn how to handle firearms, get competency licensing. Yeah. It's very, very key, that one. Yonke indoda nomfazi must get a gun. Get yourselves guns, guys. protection, not illegal guns. If you are qualifying for arms license, but I would rather say, Utim, not you don't have to own the gun, but be competent. It's one of my personal things as well this year. Do we need to be competent with firearms? So get into that space, shooting range, get a license of competence, how to handle guns and all those things. You know, you can even take it further, get into the shooting sport, handle my rifles and all those things. You don't have to own them, but if you have the resources and you have what you call this, a dispositional right, you are able to manage yourself well and behave well, or maybe what environment are dangerous, especially you ladies in Pilanodwa. Yeah, you don't have husbands, you don't have boyfriends in Talanot. I don't know why you don't have guns. I really don't know. I really don't know why you don't have guns. You have all these resources in sebenza kahle, but in nihleli anayibhamu, hlala emafletini nodwa. You don't have guns. Don't understand that one. So you don't get it. Isibhamu akusiyonto ephathwa amadoda kuphela. Nani bafazi. Get your guns. You're sick and tired of hearing stories about you, people getting abducted, getting kidnapped. Amadoda enza izinto ezithile, rape, wenza yonke lento le. Just shoot them. Get guns. Please. It's not a request, this one. This is a command. Get yourself guns. Bokel, you are driving a fancy ass TSI Polo there, but akusbam la kuza. And it's a good thing because you don't have to parade around. Just get a holster that you can conceal carry. Most importantly, Mom Susan, conceal carry, so that they don't target you for your gun, for that matter, because that's the other thing that criminals do. Once they can see who to spam, they will try and get that gun from you. So musana ungaphaphiki. Get your firearm competency, especially you people who are in jobs that are very dangerous and expose you to harm and all those things. And then there are also more jobs that are safe, people who are considered to be public servants, especially doctors, nurses, all those things. Those people can easily get access to guns. Farmers, because there's a disposition in this country, those people tend to be targeted a lot by criminals because they're in that upper middle class section of the economy. So yeah, especially if you're living alone. Women, please, okay, hambani uthenga ibhab. Niyakulokhu nithengana yini le, khona lama cooler box eniwathengayo manje. I don't know what the hell that is. The cooler box engathi smeg fridge. Sengikhohliwe. But i-brand yaka-Rupert mangizwa. Stop buying stupid things. Hambe nothenga ibhab. Protect yourselves. Criminal element in this country is getting out of control. Let's not pretend angathi asiboni. People are desperate to get access to amphetamines and all these kind of drugs that they are taking. Rock crystal, what. I don't know. You know these things. It's getting worse. Get yourselves firearms. Bokele especially. Amadoda angazi ukuthi ahlaleleni engenazo ibhamu esebenza. I-Glock of 12,000 minimum. You can get a good Glock for 12,000, even less, maybe 8. You can get a proper Glock. Siyazwana madoda. But what I don't like is that nonsense of ukuthi manje senzoku nidunusa nebhamu la nenzenze amabhinci. Those people are not, akusiyinto yokuswenga isibhamu. something very important. And that's why I'm saying go to competency training. And here's what's going to happen. Mase nibaningi nikwenza, you will see utabelungu will get uncomfortable. They'll start trying to block you from coming to their shooting ranges. So some of you who are much more well resourced, uzomele be ready to try and start up your own gun ranges and training things. It's necessary, that thing. We are going to need it. For 2024, everyone needs to get yourself, pack some heat. It's getting really, really serious. Angifuni lo ngikhuluma into eyodwa and then ngizulalela la, and then next year you come here you say, yonke into oyisho yazi isiyenzeka manje. Hey. Get yourself a gun. Just go through the proper channels. Get yourself a license. Get competitive training. Go to the firing, get a membership there. Join a club if you have to. Hambe nodubula. That's number 3. Things that you need to do this year. Very important. Next thing, number 4, you need to do, I think, swimming lessons. Yeah, basic self-defense, but I think basic self-defense is going to take more commitment because our people, you know how they are. But maybe just get a gun, get a gun, and then you see. Because basic self-defense is a thing of more physical contact, and especially girls tend to not want to do anything physical by sub. But as amadoda are concerned, maybe men can do that. They can go to physical contact. My wish, hopefully, is that somehow, somewhere, kungaba khona some boot camp, we have veterans. I don't know what they're doing. Abantu abamnyama veterans, they could easily open a smaller boot camp, self-defense thing. They can call it a self-defense, and then you go there. They give you introductory paramilitary training there. As amadoda and Pumela Pana, you have a sense of being able to handle yourself in a combat situation, without even making you into a soldiers and all those things. Because there tends to be laws in this country and all those laws will apply only to black people. Meanwhile, we know utabelungu emaplazini baningi ngoba ebham, they have a cache of weapons and their children go to practice every damn holiday. Oh yeah, no, it's true. The puppies are my highest, actually. I assess. So that's number 4. I was about to say number 4, swimming. Yeah, I think basic swimming. I think we need to get into that business. Let's learn how to swim. It's never too late. Learn to swim. Black people, please learn to swim. It's very important, that one. Kubuhlungu sami ukubuka abantu bayamuka laphana. There's 23 people that died in these floods. So maybe 2024 we need to start taking this issue of swimming very seriously. Because it can't always be black people. Yeah. So that's number 4. Number 5, bafowethu ngoba niyayithanda ukudlala iy'tokfela. I'm wondering, I'm just asking Machito ukuthi since nithanda kangaka ukudlala iy'tokfela, how about this year nidlale mhlawumbe isitokfela mhlawumbe angazi, I don't know. I'm just suggesting. Yabo, maybe nje mhlawumbe nidlale isitokfela sama-tie mhlawumbe, buying tires. shout December, shy of fresh rapper, or maybe, nje, angas, but something not alcoholic and diabetic or all those things. Angas. Something different. Or even better, maybe dlala stockfellas ukuthenga ama-franchise. Because, our people are always going to be eating. I see Petros is a hot thing nowadays. Khona la indawo engekho khona uPetros khona. So maybe franchise nyanas hlanganisa imali nithenga i-franchise every year nje. Shaya imali nithenge i-franchise. Because our people they are always eating. I see franchise kakhonjuzwa imalini. Like Petros, I mean, it's a national brands. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, it's roughly about 3.5 million. So yeah, maybe get a Petros franchise. Less, especially when it comes to chicken. I always say you can open any business and it will collapse except for chicken. You can just get yourself chicken franchise. It's bound to survive. So nje labo Petros laba maybe let's ake nenze itofele njengaleso mhlampe nje yes. Noma nenze itofele zemfuyo kanjena nibe ama-farmers of goats nje. Banihlanganise imali nibeke imali thenge iy'mbuzi eziwu-50 ngoDisemba enizoyifuya and then build your farm from there. But, maybe start a cooperative without having to formalize everything. Maybe just do it as a stockpile, somewhere. But yeah, I guess that have something to do with building ourselves or being slightly more responsible. This thing of consuming for the sake of enjoyment. Hey, bafethu hayi mina kancane. So in 2024 azidlala itofela ehlukile. Yeah. And those guys who are really, really well resourced, I think it's time to consider investing offshore. Invest offshore. This country is sitting on a very serious debt. Our national debt may even go to about 60% of the GDP, even 70 soon, at this rate, with this government that we have. So if a country goes to 70% of GDP in terms of lokhuzane debt, that means that we're having a serious collapse. Unless if you want to maybe get in the business of propping up a treasury by buying bonds, but maybe look into how those bonds can be managed and how productive they can be. So look into investment, my daughter. Because I know, oh mama, this thing of investing, bayithandi, bona bathanda ukuthenga. Women love buying nje. They don't want to ukuba nemali abangakwazi ukuyisebenzisa. Bayibonayo ukuthi oh yazi ngine-15 million laphana yazi but I can't touch it. They just want to spend money. Singaphiki nabo. Ningaphiki nabafazi. When it comes to money, bafethu ngicela ningaphiki nabafazi. Black women have a very traumatic, toxic relationship with money right now. Futhi bengizothi mina nje beku-2024. Don't give them girlfriend allowance and all those allowances that you give them. Bancisheni imali, ingabaniki. Until they learn ukuthi money is not for eating. Bancisheni imali. Don't give them. Don't give them money. If they leave, it's fine. Don't give them money. Take that money, invest it. That's my view with regards to e-Tokfel and all those things. Those guys who are well resourced, try look into offshore investing. Move your money out, outside of the country, kancane, kancane, you know. If you have a lot of liquid assets, especially, don't yo. And even with the thing of my pension funds, perhaps look at how your pension fund is structured. I mean, talk to your pension company or your, you know, ukuthi if they can give you a forecast with how secure and what sort of investments they are doing with that particular pension fund. I know OG tend to release yearly reports on what they've been investing on and all those things, and all companies that provide pensions, they do that. So maybe look at where your pension fund is investing money, and then decide if it's that really that's a safe space or industry, you know. Because I mean, the big things nowadays is these things of my tech industry. Yeah, tech sometimes tends to be a bubble, and once it bursts, you lose your money. But focusing more on this country, if this debt issue is not controllable, hey, isizoba. And once they decide ukuthi they want to do something about the debt, that means austerity measures, that means higher taxes, that means less social programs. So if government spending is going to go down. If government spending goes down, it means lama 350 nama 450 mama bengane no magaban. Sort of those sort of social welfare things are going to have to be cut down. And then you're going to have more people who are without means of survival. And then what's going to happen? The criminal element is going to go up. So we end up going back to point number 3. Get yourself a gun. We are not going to be safe. Ilapho nje. So the 5 things that you need to do in 2024. Really. It's very important, that one. Mhm, mm. Number 6, this one goes without saying. Self-discovery. Focus on the self. Understanding the self, where you come from, where you are going. This is a very important one. That one, it goes without saying. That's the thing that you need to do every day. It's not into sometimes, into every day like I. You have to do it. So that thing of self-discovery, ayivaliwe, iyaqhubeka. Learn more about yourself and all those things. Once you are doing that, also look at how you can find time to do izinto ezifana no-yoga. So wellness. Learn the yoga. Girl, learn the yoga. Ngoba vele ukujima kuyanhlula. Maybe learn the yoga ke manje. Uzame in 2024 uzame yoga. Think izokwazi ukuthi insisi. I mean, I've been saying that for some years now. Okay. Yoga. Stretch your bodies. Breathing techniques. All those things. That's, self-wellness. Wellness of the self. So engage in those kind of activities of self-awareness. Go out into the quiet more often, taking hikes, camping, and all those things. Don't be too boxed in the cities for too long. It'll drive you nuts. Because indlela izinto ezenzeka ngayo they are going to continue. People are going to lose their minds because of the stress of the upcoming times, especially compounded by the realities ukuthi things like food and all those things are getting really crazy. So yeah, let's do that. Let's focus on wellness, Lunyaga. Let's focus on the self, healing the self, mental health, and all those things. Let's do more of that. Let's go back to my old videos and revisit them because inking utanizwa. So if you go back there, maybe you'll pick up exactly what did you miss. I'll repeat some things I will never repeat. Yeah. Because I mean YouTube is there for a reason. You can go back to the past and check what was said. So maybe do that. Yeah. 6 things that you need to do. Part of your wellness thing, I would say, ukuthi ibalulekile also ne-wellness engaphakathi. People will say, hey, isikhumba and all those things, and then they use products that work on the skin from the outside. Umuntu asibhonye isikhumba, asikhuhle, asenze all kinds of izinto ey'gcoba isikhumba sakhe asikho right. When in actual fact, the issue is internal. So maybe let's get into more detox this year. Detox, chathe, mhlambe kungapheli inyanga embili ungachathanga nkosi yami. Uphalaze now and then, kubalulekile. You can even do it with just ordinary plain water, warm water, phalaze, chathe. Get your organs, to do something. There are things that I noticed about Upalaza in particular, but I think I'll make a video about Upalaza specifically for that, so that we can go deeper into what exactly you can use. But those things of wellness, makambi, or what have you, detox your bodies. We're eating a lot of toxins. Eating too many toxins. It's not even just about inyama anymore. Even the vegetables and the fruits have a lot of toxins in them. Sprayer, wax, and you don't even know where this wax comes from. You take an apple today, you scratch it a bit, wax, because they want to preserve it for too long. So detox your bodies, because we don't know izinto siyidlayo. Labantu laba basidlisa izinto esingayi-understand. Yeah. So that's part of the whole thing of wellness. Number 7 of what needs to happen. Uh, mm, mm. Oh yeah, you're not going to like it. Okay. Number 7, the thing that needs to happen. Yekani ukuphuza. Yekeni utshwala mantombazane. It's not even a joke. Yekani utshwala. I can list 15 million reasons why, but if women can stop drinking, hey, singasizakala kaphi. Because i-level eniphuza ngayo manje it's out of hand. And the problem is angeke ube nesibindi njengomuntu wesifazane. Isibindi sokwenza amanyala. Amadoda abuye abe namahloni, even when they're drunk, they can have amahlonisi. But women tend to do amanyala ngendlela esimanga when they're drunk. So that alone nje in itself, there's just one smaller reasons. So can we just not, yeah, asiyeke ukuphuza. Azizameni, let's try this year. Okay, try. Let go of the alcohol. Put down the alcohol. Yeah. Put down the alcohol. Just put down the alcohol, girl. There's really nothing magical to it. Leave the alcohol alone. Unfortunately, I wish I was maybe just playing or wrong or anything like that, but unfortunately, you have to. In fact, the thing that needs to happen is that you need to quit. But because in a week, nizohluleka, but at least try. Try quitting the alcohol this year. Quit the alcohol. Elapha. So then that's number 7. Number 8, uh, stop looking for. This is another one for women. Ake niyakubheka amadoda that have done, men who have done everything they need to do to get where they need to go, and accomplished men, finished products. Yeah, andihlukane lama-finished products. Bazonenza ama-other. So as a woman, if you are serious ukuthi ufuna umuntu indoda that you are going to be with ezokuthanda and you uthande and then you become a successful home and all those things, maybe it's time to look for niggas with potential. Look at the potential of a man. I mean, I would say have a story, a life story with that person, which has we started there. Saya lapha. I'm not saying ukuthi hambani nothatha amaphara polish. No, I'm just saying don't rush for a guy who is a finished product. Maybe find a guy who's already trying to do something, you know, ungene lapho and learn how to be useful, learn how to be supportive, you know, learn to wait, learn to be patient, learn to not be wasteful. Because in the black community is that amadoda go and work for money, and women take that money and spend it back to whites, and then they teach generations to do that. Ubona manje ukuthi obaba bethu, they were more conservative about how they spend money, you know? But thina manje, hey, nathi we don't respect money. Yeah, sihlonipha imali manje. Hayi asihloniphi imali. Fika manje uyothenga. Ngeke nje ihlale nje noma 2 days ungazange wenze lutho. We have learned to consume from ekhaya. Oma bethu, the only time sibona imali bona ila kusithiwa hamba uthenga something, usuyathunywa hamba uthenga isinkwa, hamba uthenga amaqanda in. That's the only time where we get to interact with money as children. So we never get to see ukuthi kahle kahle imali eyokwenzani. I hope siyezwana. Wenze njani la? Mhm. I don't know why this thing closed the tab. But anyway, so that particular thing, It's very critical as well. It's more critical than any other thing. But girl, if you really want to find a husband and be happy, or find umjolo wako, they say, let it not be about what this man has or where he is. Don't look for indoda that is complete. Esinemoto, nemuzi, ne-six-figure salary. That's some lazy ass thing. Because vele emthethweni vele namavili. You don't want to work at anything. It's fine. But you find yourself something that you can be a part of a process here. The slave queen mentality is not going to get you anywhere. I'm saying it doesn't have to be someone who's completely out of ideas, somebody who is completely incapable of doing anything for themselves. Don't get into relationships with people who you want something from, or who are going to provide something for you so that you don't have to provide for yourself. Strike a balance somewhere. Get into a space where you can have a story. Uthi yazi ngakufica usashizile. You know, he was busy trying to get his MBA at that time. Hey, he was still trying to build this thing. He was still trying to build it. Angisho ukuthi that's the formula to get a successful relationship. But whatever you're doing right now, it's not working. Vele, it's not working. So maybe try this. Don't go for men who are already sorted. Because chances are most of those men don't actually need you. They just need a mate, actually. Or maybe someone for decoration. Yabo, uzobahlobisa ba. Yabo, abantu abafana nathi sesidinga ama-beauty queen manje la eceleni kwethu akazothi masiqhamuka emphakathini. Kuthiwe ya, he, hey, umbonile umama wakhe. For aesthetics phela. Sadinga enye into manje. It happens. Those men who have done everything they need to do to get their lives into a certain point, they will do that. They will just get a nice woman for aesthetics purposes. Pela. They probably don't need you because they've done it all. They even know how to cook for themselves. And if they need something to be cooked, they can hire someone. So you add no value in that relationship. You are just going to be there to be taken care of. Strike a balance. And futhi ungaphaphi. Another thing, musanokuphapha. Niyaphapha. Get into a relationship with a man who's still trying to gather his things and build his life. Hey, engakaceli wena usuzofuna kuba khona into usuzenza manje. Hawu, hey. Man, I haven't asked you for your help yet. Usuzonginikeza ama 100K. Jaya, go and get this thing because you're trying to do your tenders. Guys. And I guess maybe that's a no to nakhona men who are not ashamed to ask you for imali. That's usually a red flag. That's a red flag one. Because men tend to not really want women taking care of them in that space of resources. So if a man is easily just asking you for resource, then that's big red flag. That must be balanced with the fact that nawe ungaphaphi and just go uhambo uthengele umjida imoto because you are saying ukuthi okay, whatever business is trying to push, uyadinga ukuthi abe nemoto to move things around. Uyambona uyahlanganisa mos, but so usufuna ukumsiza and you're not even asking him, or he's not even asking you. Yeah, man, because once you do that kind of thing, men don't like it. They don't want you to do things for them, nje noma kanjani. Especially if ungakazani. Maybe have a waiting period before you help a nigga out. Maybe spend a year with him, get along with him, see until yaphela unyaka. Okay, mase phela unyaka, then he trusts you enough to allow you to do certain things for them. Because there's the thing, as men, we don't want help from women. It's not because we don't need help or we don't know that we need help. It's because we know when it comes to women helping men comes with conditions. Ilapho nje. Women helping men comes with conditions, and most of those conditions are ridiculous. We can't accept them. So it's a thing. Uyazi ukuthi umuntu osifazane uma yokhonto yakwenzela yona, then sekukhona a declaration ukuthi okay, this is what we are looking at. Uyakona manje. Sizoqala nokuthi akudeledelele la manje, nenhlonipho iyehla, all those things, because yabo. And I guess even if you are in a relationship with a guy already and you are earning more than him, hey, hey, don't let it be a thing. It's okay. Just always play that one ukuthi you are earning less. Don't show off your muscle between you have bigger balls than your guy. Because no man really wants to be dating another man. We're not interested in that kind of thing. You're going to show me your balls are bigger than mine. Hey, yeah, it's uncomfortable, that situation. So let's avoid papa. Let's avoid finished products. Bokel, this is for you so that you can have much healthier and less dramatic relationships. Nama expectations azowehla kancane. Nijole nje kahle nje ngaphandle kokucindezelana ngalezi zinto lezi zama expectations and what you are doing for me, what I'm doing for you. And then maybe teach yourself to respect a man. Learn how to respect a dude first. Before all these feelings and nazo that come and go. Because my feelings they come and go. It's the known thing. You're never gonna love someone consistently forever. Some days you will hate them. So maybe let's work with maybe respect. Azan. Agenza muba in relationships where you respect your guys. Funda ukuhlonipha amadoda. Kamabo. Funda ukuhlonipha amadoda. Shaya upractice ukuletha itiye namakhekhe ngetray. Ask you to make tea. Uqhamuke nenkomishi endizayo nje ayinasoso, yandiza nje emoyeni. Letha itray. Manje inkinga yenu ukuthi beningenabo obaba, so you don't know these things, but yes, let's do that. I mean, it's only fair. You demand ama-benefits of umfazi ngalezi zinto eniy'funa kubantu besilisa eningabashadile. You want girlfriend allowance, you want to be taken out, you want to go on vacations, you want to do this, you want imali yamakhanda, and you want. It's all about you. But you can't make it here ulethe ngetray. It's difficult, this one. Yeah. So maybe that one. Funda iy'ndlela zokuhlonipha umuntu wesilisa. Be soft, be gentle, be submissive. It's not a negotiation, this one. You have to do all those things. Udinga uba nekhanda elikhulu when you're dealing with men, because most men don't like men, they like women. Manje mawuzofika kumina and you try to behave like you're a man, it's not gonna make sure. Notwithstanding, because nikhuluma njalo futhi ninjalo yo, you talk too much. Bantu besifazane, you want this, you question all those questions and all these arguments nje. Futhi masesijwayelene manje, so ngihlala entanyeni-ke manje ukuthi lo ungikhulumisa njalo-ke manje-ke impempe lento le. So angisho ukuthi ningakhulumi nabantu benu, but learn to not really veer off into a gray area of crossing boundaries and lines. Know the boundaries of how to talk to a man, especially a man that you are trying to get into a relationship with. Because what's going to happen is you'll find yourself in an eight-year long relationship. And then umfana uzohamba nge-weekend athi kunomsebenzi kubo, icima ifoni kanti uyashada. And then you're going to cry and complain ukuthi you spent 8 years of your life with this man. Yes, she was more feminine than you. Niyajwayela phela, nijwayela kabi nina. You stay with men long enough, you start to get on his nerves. Ufuna ukugijima la. You can't. It's not even a thing, this one. It's very easy because once you learn how to engage men and be respectful towards them and respect them in a way a man should be respected, automatically, that person would just love you and want to take care of you and want to keep you. Because a man wants a woman that's a keeper. We can tell, this one is a keeper, actually. Men love women. It's a really serious thing. Men really can love women and they don't have commitment issues. Men can commit to women. But as the word says, women, not these things of today. And you don't know if this thing is a woman or it's a man or it's something in between. Even worse, nama double plug if it manage. This society is secure. This one is coming with this energy because she has dominated women as well, and so she has felt herself to being masculine. And then you have this your people laba bahlezi bekhuluma la izangoma nabathandazi laba, these people who are spiritualists come here on YouTube and Twitter talking about the dual nature. Hey, you are part feminine, you are part masculine in if you are part masculine and part feminine in one, then what's the point of having the other gender? What was the reason for creating two different genders? If everyone possesses two dual energies within them, a man is masculine, a woman is feminine. End of story. That's where the balance is created, not la ngaphakathi. What is the dubiousness is this shit? Like, what is the purpose of having gonads then? If what is the purpose of procreation? What would be the reason? What would be the reason for why? Anyway, so be feminine, men be masculine. Don't try to. You're not going to do both of them. You were designed and tailor-made for one. Just because I'm emsebenzini we boss does not help you. Anyway, I've gone too long on this one, but yes, I feel it's critical that we talk about it as things that women really, because I want to see you girls happy. I want to see you girls married and in proper relationships. I really do. Because I feel like as daughter, we really want to take you sinenze abafazi, but hey, so, it's an uphill battle. And the moment we try to tell you what needs to happen, You get defensive because you feel like you are being attacked. Because obaba benu babengekho ukuthi banifundise ukuthi no, indoda izokutshela nje indaba zakho, not because akufuni noma uxabene nawe, but uyakwakha. So because you have that childhood trauma of not having fathers, once a man tells you what not to do, kuyaxabana iy'ntambo la. Phuma intambo. Hayibo. What is this one doing? Yo, tshela mina ukuthi ndenzeni. Because your father was not there to show you ukuthi indoda tends to be more cautious than you, more well adjusted to the world, well calibrated. It's a thing that it's not even a thing that you can learn or whatnot. Or it's not even a competition because naturally men tend to be protectors. So izinto ekufanele zi-avoidwe ey'ningi, men will know. Instinctively, they will know. Oh, this one you need to avoid. So don't go there. Don't go into a club. Because men know if you go to a club, you're a high risk. But you don't want to hear that from men. They know high risk. Because men protect. It's in their instinct, it's in their nature. But you don't want to hear it from men. And then you wonder why all these things are happening. And then men are trash and all that and all these things. You are unprotected. Why are men not protecting us? Bazoniprotecta kanjani ningafuni ukuzwa? Anifuni ukuzwa ngami. And then men are not protecting you. Make it make sense. Really, like make it make sense. How is it going to happen? If you don't want to be told by men what to do, how are they going to protect you? So if you want to be in a loving and fulfilling relationship with a man, yeah, izomele ufunde ukuba nendoda ukuthi ikutshele indoda ukuthi wenzeni. Umfana mayithi akayifuni i-tattoo, ungayifaki i-tattoo. Mayithi awufuni lento yakho uhambe ubuye ebusuku, ungabuyi ebusuku. Whatever it is. Mayithi no baby, singayithengi ilokhuzana i-Audi namhlanje. Maybe let's buy the Audi in 3 years' time. Let's do this instead. Uzwe. Hayi, this business of hayi mina imali yami mina ngisebenzayo. Hey. How can you tell me what to do with my man? He's trying to protect you from yourself, but awufuni ukulalela because ngithi imali yakho yasebenza wena ukhanda khulu, ikhanda qinile. Siphongo singaqhephula itshe. It's not complicated. People use too many fancy words about leadership and all these things. No. Feminine quality, masculine quality. The masculine quality is well within its bounds. Kumuntu wesilisa. It does not need to be kumuntu wesifazane. The feminine quality is well within its bounds in the well and well manufactured and designed capable hands of Omama. In the chest of Omama lies femininity and is in its rightful place. Stop this nonsense of thinking what I have these feminine qualities and masculine qualities. Hey, kodwa uyangihamba naye hey. Mina ngiyindoda nje. Kwakumele kube ngiyindoda. Nawe hey. Hayi. So yeah, bogel, avoid finished products. Hloniphani amadoda. Fundani ukuhlonipha amadoda. Listen to your partner. And get yourself a man who's going to tell you not to go shopping. Yeah. Indoda yazi ukuthi hayi no. Yabona-ke lokhu this is unnecessary. Hayi these men of yours engiwafunayo lama-Nigerians lawo. Anything nje. Anything baby, anything. Eh. Men who care about you are not gonna give you anything because no man wants to put you at risk. Ukuthi seso-risk manje ukuthi tomorrow mhlambe kungenzeka ukuthi-ke singabi nezinto esiy'dingayo. Anyway, this one is a touchy one, but I'm trying to unpack it as much as I can ngoba ngiyazi niba defensive nina la nizobe senikhomenta la ukuthi hey wena ulwa nabafati in. I'm just giving you free game here. Free game on how to get a man that has potential. Ungajahi umuntu oseqedile. Umuntu oseqedile ngempilo yakhe definitely does not need you. And chances are, if ezokuthatha, it will be more like he's doing you a favor. He's not going to have time to learn who you are and all those things. Uzobe busy with his whatever things that he has finished. Usezo-enjoya manje amalebha akhe, and when you just uzoba a-trophy. And this is why you are getting into marriages and then coming out of them 5 months later. Because you get there, you find out actually, hey, this person doesn't really need me here. Uyangiyuza. You were lazy enough to go for the easy option. Didn't want to do any work. I'm a villain. Yeah. So that's number 7. Okay. Get yourself a guy that you can build with. Not build with. Don't build a guy. No one is asking you to build a guy. Same thing with men. I always tell men, don't build women. But get a guy you can build with. And be comfortable in your femininity. Be comfortable. Dress modest. Ungafaka ama-tattoo. Ungafaka ama-weave. Be comfortable in that thing. There's nothing wrong with being a woman. There's no... Because nitshelana ukuthi, wey, what's old-fashioned? There's no old-fashioned. There's a woman and then there's a hoe. Women have a particular look, and you know them. They raised you. Sebashona ba ogogo benu. You go there, you go there, you never find them trying to look sexy, looking anything, but they still had a husband who loved them. They were feminine. Go to their husband, babalethele ukudla ngama-tray, baguqe phansi phambi koba. Alaguqe phansi nendisho yokuwasha izandla, nethawula lokusula. Yeah. Washa baba izandla, sigeza izandla, sengiphekile. Ogogo bethu. Fast forward, oma wethu, they will tell you, hey, wethu Thomile, awuphakeli baba wakho. Sekumsebenzi wey'ngane ukuphakela obaba. Fast forward to today, ukudla khona lapha elokhuzeni, ebhodweni. Just because you are working, awusakwazi ukuphakela indoda yakho. Thrive in your femininity. You trust me, you'll be much happier being feminine. Ube umama. Ube umuntu wesifazane. Ungathi ukwakho nendoda la, but wena ufuna ukuphakamisa osofa and all those things. Uba umama. Don't be carrying izinto ey'sindayo lapha ey'tolo. Kodwa ushiya ubaba le, gijima uyokwenza wedwa igrosa la. Thatha ubaba uhambe naye, kube uyena ophatha izinto. Kugule izinto lapha efakwe emotweni. Get comfortable in those kind of things. Uzuyatibula manje ekhishini laphana. Utibula nezilokhuzana nezivalo semayonnaise. But you have a man in the house. Because you know it's gotten to that point where women now just feel like, hey, I can do it myself. Even if you can, just once there's a man in your house, in your life, don't do it. If you know this is physical things, physical labor that men should be doing. Don't change the light bulb economy. Because now they need to learn how to be masculine. Allow him space to be. It's not just about them. That movie, life of going to dates and all those things. Because then we are movie and you imagine what masculinity amadoda is paying for ama dates and opening your door emotweni. Well, movie now. Just living that movie life. But yes, so let's get out of that zone for 2024 bookend. Let's get out of that zone. Those are the 7 takes I have for you, Lonyanga. If you remember, it's very important, especially for everyone who has resources. Get yourself firearm training, competency, license, whatever you, but know how to handle guns in 2024. Stockpile where you can. It's very important. Work on yourself. Continue working on yourself. It's never always going to be the other people who are wrong or who are responsible for whatever happened to you. So work on yourself. Deal with your traumas, the past, present. It's very simple things we need to do to understand. Detox your body. Detox. Kata. Palas. Drink a lot of water. Do yoga. Wellness. It's going to be very key. These things are what needs to happen kulo nyaka ukuze sizoba abantu abangcono when mawuphela lo nyaka. So that's that. I will have I've decided that I'm going to do a calendar for abantu basemkizwaneni in the group. So I will draft the calendar. I think try and discuss it in our next meeting. Adana nawe dubazana ngisaniboni lapha ku Teams, but I'm guessing benisesema holiday emndenini, it's fine. But yeah, we'll have a discussion because I think there's a couple of things we need to do this year. Most importantly, there's going to be a 3-day hike somewhere that we're going to do, a 3-day camp hiking. We're going to be in the wilderness. So Abantu need to prepare for that. So I'll send Ilo in a calendar so people can start working out and walking and running and getting fit. Because last is where corner it's not going to be easy. And then the itinerary and cost and all those things as well. We're going to communicate that. Yeah, let's get some things done, Lunya. Provided Utileku doesn't take too long if it happens. And if it doesn't happen, good. We'll continue with our calendar. But if a coup happens, then we'll have to adjust. We'll have to adjust our program. Ayisayabonga mncadana nqola masilungele ifoni. Siyabonga. Yes. Yeah, I think that's all for today. Let's get to work. I think unyaka where this talking. Hopefully, makuphela unyaka we'll be done talking and talking here. We'll be more involved in activities. Ukukhanya wangunaphakade kube nani, ukuthula, uthando, injabulo. Don't forget to love each other, love yourselves. But ningavumi abantu banenzile. Ningavumi banjwayele kabi. Be kind. Be fruitful. But take care of yourself.